Welcome back to Insecurity. We are still at RSA. One of my favorite guests. If you've watched these, if you've listened to the podcast, you have to be familiar with Theresa Payton. Maybe the greatest CV that we ever get to say, but let's keep it short and we will go with CEO at Fortalice. What's going on at RSA this week? You've got a lot of cool stuff.
A lot of cool stuff going on. So spending time with the RSA Security Scholars. We actually have a pitch-off competition open to everybody that's going to RSA on Friday, where you can see their ideas and they compete with each other to have the most winningest security ideas. So that's really cool. Going to be talking about resilience in identity management to combat fraud. I'm going to do a little women in cybersecurity and fraud event, and then tomorrow, election security panel.
All right, now we're going to get to that because you know that she's deeply involved in a lot of this, but I want to hear a little bit more about the scholars. For those who may not be familiar, and you're probably watching this after RSA is over, but what's involved there? I know that in addition to being a mom, you're involved in a lot of this stuff that builds the future of our industry. So what's happening?
Yeah, so first of all, huge kudos to RSA and Cecilia, who started this program 6 years ago, to say we're going to go to colleges that have cybersecurity as a major. We're going to recruit students and we're going to encourage them to network with each other across multiple colleges and come to RSA, comp their attendance, and have them interact with the experts. And it's been, every year the program gets better and better. The gender diversity, the socioeconomic diversity of the candidates, it's phenomenal to see, and it's really going to go a long way to stopping the talent crisis that we have.
All right, now, which leads me to a question that came up at dinner last night when we talk about that there's more open cybersecurity jobs than there are people on the planet Earth. Are we going to get to the point where the new talent that is coming in, these are old jobs, and we're kind of rethinking, consolidating maybe that one of these new students is going to be able to handle more than one open job, period?
I say the talent shortage is poppycock at this point. So a couple of things. One, we should be automating the menial tasks that we do today in cybersecurity so that we can focus on the true design elements and taking advantage of using technology like behavioral-based analytics, like artificial intelligence and machine learning, to really kind of up our A game as a profession. And I agree with you, the students graduating today are graduating with a curriculum for the job 5 years ago. So we're going to have to constantly be talking to these students about just-in-time training, and that their job is going to be constantly evolving and changing.
So they're coming into the building, but the job that they interviewed for is not necessarily the one that they're going to be starting, and that could be in the course of a week.
I agree. I mean, I feel like my job changes every year. So if my job is changing every year,
you just add additional jobs to the one you already have.
Exactly, exactly. But what I love about the Security Scholars is we get to tap into these bright minds. They ask us questions, but I learn so much from the questions they're asking about what we need to do to continue to be better as a profession.
Now you have something very, very cool that's going to be happening in a couple of short months. I think the release date, well, what's happening in a couple of short months?
Yes, April Fool's Day, April 1st.
Not on purpose, but...
Not on purpose, or maybe the publisher planned it. I did not, but my new book that I've been working on for a couple of years now is coming out. It's called Manipulated, the Global Playbook to Distort the Truth and Hijack Elections.
And this is what I like about this. We've talked about a lot of different types of things, and people get hung up on election hacking, and they think someone's in there changing your vote from this person to this person. This is not, I meant to vote for Pat Buchanan and I voted for Al Gore. You are going far deeper into what's happening.
Yes, you know what's interesting is this is not a political book, so if you're looking to see like what my politics are, I don't think you'll know. And it's not really just a book about election security. This is a book about the individuals, the syndicates, and nation states who want to destroy democracy and social discourse. And their manipulation campaigns are on every topic, including trying to influence elections. But have no fear, everybody who knows me and knows my heart is, how do we do something about it? So I will scare you, that's part of the gig in the book. But I really want people to walk away feeling empowered and feeling like they can help their loved ones spot a manipulation campaign so they don't fall prey to one.
Well, and what I loved about it is you're protecting the process. It's not which person is going to win, but just ensuring that it's a contest and it's not already influenced and set up in some way that it doesn't matter. because whoever's in charge is deciding who's going to win.
I'm so glad you said that. So I'm not going to give you like the spoiler alert.
Oh, no.
You have to read the book, but you know this, Matt, because we talked about the book and you helped me line up some different interviews for the book. And my premise when I first started out was that manipulators oftentimes, even if they said they didn't, wanted to pick a winner or loser. And what I learned surprised me, that picking a winner or loser wasn't always the motivation. It might have been the third motivation, or it might have not been a motivation at all. And it wasn't just making sure that maybe you and I disagreed on everything. There's actually a third motive that's the primary motive, but you got to read the book to find out.
And the book is called?
Manipulated, the Global Playbook to Distort the Truth and Hijack Elections.
And it can be found at?
You can find it online at Amazon, the publisher, but if you want a personalized copy, you can actually pre-order it at Park Road Books. Tell them in the notes you want it personalized, and I will personalize it, and they'll ship it anywhere in the world.
See, she's so good at, like, you don't need me on here at all. People looking for more information about what you're up to, because you are, in addition to this show and that book, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. You're pretty active out on the socials.
Yes, Tracker Payton on Twitter. Instagram is Fortalice, and you can find me on LinkedIn as well.
She's another one of those that if you ask her questions, odds are she's going to answer them in incredibly helpful ways and point you at other people that you might want to talk to.
Exactly. I mean, it's all about the greater good. So make sure that you stay connected within the community. That's what it's all about.
And if you want to connect with us, you know it's pretty easy. All the good stuff is at threatvector.cylance.com. On Twitter, we are at BlackBerry and at Cylance Inc. I am Matt Stevenson. Look for me at PacMatt73. I'm going to be water skiing behind Theresa because where she goes, cool stuff always follows.